Welcome back to the September edition, the second instalment of Tom Talks. I'm Richard O'Flynn. Been lucky enough to haul Jeremy Taylor away from his desk, obviously snowed under with everything that you've got going on, so thanks for your time, Jeremy.
Not at all.
Last time we spoke, it was all about data science, business intelligence analytics, and we spent a long time discussing development of business intelligence tools, the whole concept of the dashboard, etc. So it got me thinking, is it a sequential order if you're trying to build a data science or an analytics capability, is that the first step is you make sure that your data structures and your data marts, your data warehouse is all succinct and clean, so to speak. Then you'd layer on your visualization tools, your dashboards, your tableaus or click views, etc. And from then you might be able to, draw out the best parts of that capability, which is the analytics, the predictive modeling, and machine learning side of things.
Yeah, to some extent. I mean, with regards to the visualization, dashboarding, BI, you don't necessarily need to have your data completely sorted and clean and ordered. Essentially, a lot of those tools, you can just point them at a data source, whether it be a front-end system or a data source within the warehouse or whatever it might be, right? So those tools are built to be able to attach to different data sources, and from there you can do the analytics and visualization. If you're going to start to do more advanced analytics, predictive analytics, build a data science team, then more often than not you do need more structure and order around your data, and you will probably start to invest in some sort of big data warehouse, like a Hadoop-based structure or something like that. So yeah, I mean, that's not how it necessarily always works in terms of, okay, you start here and finish there, but the key thing is you need to get your data right, you need to get it clean, you need to get a single source of truth, but actually understand what you're looking to do with your data and what you're trying to achieve for the business, and from there you can then look to employ and hire the more advanced analytics sort of skill sets and people who'd be out there.
Okay, great. So we'll get there, but let me just test you on a bit of information you told me last time. Probably up until 6 months ago, the previous 18 months was heavily emphasized from a skill set demand point of view in that whole visualization development tool side of things. It seems, in conversations that we have, you and the guys and girls that are on your desk, you seem to have, there's a shift in the type of demand or the shift of the type of the role that you might be looking at now. Is that just, per chance, or is there a sort of a natural evolution in how data science is actually being constructed in the Sydney financial services landscape?
There is a bit of ebb and flow in the market. Sometimes you can't actually attest it to anything essentially. You'll just have different demands at different times in the year. I am finding at the moment though that our demand is very much squarely in the data science space and analytics in general, so product and customer analytics, working with and supporting product and marketing divisions of the banks and the insurers. So that is where we're seeing a large piece of, our demand from a job flow at the moment. Is there a rhyme and reason to it? Sort of yes and no. There are a couple of things that would nod to it. Some of the banks have and insurers actually are investing more in their big data technology, as I mentioned a moment ago, in terms of, okay, what does our data look like? Let's get a single source of truth. This is what we're looking to do with this data, and for, to analyze it and get meaningful insight out of it, we need to start hiring the right professionals with the analytics capability to, use that data and make sense of it. So yeah, if there's big data programs going on, or other sort of single source of truth programs from a data point of view for specific business units, that has led then to a demand in analytics professionals.
Okay, so let's just fast forward to the future. People have cleaned up their data, they've got it in big data warehouses, they've got all the visualization tools that they need. They have now gone through the steps of building predictive analytics capability or machine learning side of things. Does it all end there? Is it a press the button and the business heads or product owners, etc., have easy access to information that governs their decisions? Or is this a career that can keep blossoming?
100% it'll keep blossoming. I think it's important to differentiate between the different types of roles within analytics and data science. We've been doing a lot of work in advanced modeling teams within broader analytics divisions. So, really employing advanced machine learning techniques, but building the models. That is really what these guys do, and they love, guys and girls. That's sort of one part of that sort of data science / analytics world, particularly in a larger institution. There's then other analytics professionals who are using those models, building their own models as well, but are more engaged with the business and understanding what the business problems are. So they're really trying to understand, lifting up the hood essentially and looking what's underneath, and working with the business to understand how they can, increase revenue, clearly, better management of the P&L, return of investment on marketing, and those guys and girls will continually be finding new business problems day in, day out, because the world is continually changing. It's never going to sit still. So the evolution of those roles will be in line with how a business evolves, but then there's going to be other teams like the modelling roles and the modelling teams. It's like R&D, right? It doesn't sit still, so it will continue to change. So I don't think they'll ever stay stagnant or get stagnant. They will always progress. That's my thought.
Okay. And for those that might be watching this, that are somehow involved in that space, whether they're in the analytics side of things and developing BI tools, is there wage pressure? Are we seeing demand actually pushing up wages?
Yeah.
Is there some good news?
Yeah, definitely. Particularly in the space where we're busy at the moment, analytics and data science. There's there's an upward pressure on wages. The conversations we're having with hiring managers at the moment in general tend to be there's flex around the salary of what they can offer. I wouldn't say that there's inflated offers going to market. I think they are still in line with people's experience essentially.
Yeah.
But when we're in a position where there's a candidate, they're in demand, maybe they've got 1, 2, 3 offers, essentially having different conversations, there is more often than not at the moment room to push the salaries up. Rather than just, okay, that's the ceiling. Now again, we're not talking silly numbers like, okay, cool, we're going to offer them, 30-40% more or something like that with regards to, other offers they've had in the market, but there is room to manoeuvre, which is essentially an indication that salaries are going up.
Great. So to sum it up, if you had to give, there's been three or so months since we've last spoken, what's the message?
I think analytics is still in demand. Anyone with strong data skill sets, you're going to be in demand going forward for the foreseeable future. Every business is trying to understand what data means to them and how they can harness it. So if it's an area that's of interest to you, you feel like you've got the right type of mindset, I suppose, but are also genuinely interested in developing technical skills which are essentially IT related, I'd have a think about, okay, how am I going to get there in the next 2 to 5 years? It's quite common for us to have conversations with finance guys and girls, so accountants, CAs, CPAs, CIMAs and so forth, who are sort of rubbing shoulders with BI professionals and analytics and insights. They're trying to understand about how do I move from this role into what is essentially analytics, BI, depending on the division and all the rest of it. Education is one of the things you need to think about. So if that's an area you want to be moving towards, give us a call. We'll see if we can assist. And if we can't assist now, we can give some advice.
Okay. Jeremy, thank you very much. I'm so glad that you run our data science BI analytics practice. Your capacity to absorb knowledge and express it is terrific. So thanks so much for your time today. Look forward to the next time.
Thanks very much.
So that's it. Jeremy Taylor there with all things data science BI analytics. Till the next time, Richard O'Flynn, Tom Talk signing out. Thank you.